When I came to the US, I found out that home economics or family and consumer sciences was in great demand. So I took my test, I passed my test, and I've been teaching family and consumer sciences in the high school for the past 16 years. This is my 16th year of teaching in the high school. So whatever I learned in India, I had to come, modify, adapt, and change. So I teach food and nutrition, culinary arts, and sewing in the high school that I teach in. So that's basically about me. And just like you all, I came to US, I ate a lot of food, and then as you get older, the weight increases. Now we had a small circle of friends, and he was in his early 30s, mid 30s. He took his blood work and found out he had cholesterol. I said, oh, cholesterol, how do you prevent it? So then we introduced fruits in our diet. So then that cholesterol went down and then it came back up. So we were eating fruits and vegetables. Of course, I love appalam. My mother actually told me that she had to get me married to a guy who sold oil because I used to fry appalam and dream of appalam. As I was driving from work, I used to dream of eating appalam. I'll come home, fry 5 or 6 appalam, put some pepper on it and eat. So that is how I started. Then reality hit us. When I say hit us, our family, one of my husband's relatives, he died when he was 46. He was skinny, exercised 5 days a week. How could he? Guess what? He had diabetes, he had blood pressure. He was on medication for both. How could a healthy man exercising die at 46? What had happened was, along the arteries, the blood arteries, right? If this is the cross section of the artery, plaque starts building. As we eat fatty food, plaque starts building. It closes up the space of the artery, and that's how you get high blood pressure. All right, we have a high blood pressure. So what happens is, one of his plaques by the artery, because of his exercise, got loosened and blocked it. He was without any oxygen for about 10, 12 minutes. They did perform CPR. The neighbor came in, they did perform CPR. The emergency people were there about 12 minutes. They revived him, took him to the hospital, did a triple bypass. Guess what? Everything under here performed well. But his brain, because of the lack of oxygen, he was brain dead. My husband, being his cousin, had to communicate with people in India and say, sorry folks, we got to pull his plug. So that was the reality. And I started researching. And we started to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. All right? So let's talk about BMI. At that time, when I was eating a lot of fried foods, KFC, appalam, whatever fried food, my BMI, I was an overweight. So what is BMI? Can someone tell me what is BMI?
Body mass index.
Okay, very good. Body mass index. Okay, body mass index. Body mass index depends on, what are the factors? Height and weight, very good. Age is not a factor here because Indians think, oh, we get married, we have kids, we're getting old, we can gain weight. No, body mass index depends on the height and weight. And at that time, I was overweight. People will ask me, how come you're overweight? Oh, yes, I'm overweight. I was. The maximum weight I can be is 128 pounds. I was 137. Reality struck me. And then, in the year 2011, Michelle Obama bought the My Plate. Does anyone know about My Plate? All right, so we'll talk. You know about it? Great. I know the younger ones know, right? They teach you in school, right? Yeah, when I ask you questions, you're going to answer me, all right? So body mass index, if you have your phones, you can go online and check your BMI. For the BMI, you need your height and your weight. There is no gender, there is no age. But then I came back, I looked at my son. Guess what? He was overweight. And my son was healthy. So there it go, I learned about waist to hip ratio. So what it is you have to measure your waist and your hip. Who knows where the hip is? Men? Sorry, the waist. Do you know where your waist is? Can someone tell me? Can you stand up and tell me? Right where your pant lies?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. For men, your waist is right by your belly button. Because some people wear your 34 size pant low right here. Oh, I'm a size 34. No, you're not. No, you're not. Your men, your waist is right by the belly button. Keep your measuring tape parallel and measure. Your waist should be half your height. I am 5 foot, 60 inches. So my waist could be no more than 30 inches. Women, where do you measure your waist? Tell me. No, not the same as men. You know you have a slender part of your body? Yeah? You have a slender part of your body? That's your waist. So women's waist, no more than half. So that's how you measure. Where's your hip? Do you know where the hip is? Hip is the fullest part of your butt. So that there comes into play waist to hip ratio. So you measure it. If you Google waist to hip ratio, you can enter your waist and your ratio. Your waist and your hip. And it will tell you whether you're on the risk of a lot of diseases. Now, why BMI? The more BMI you have, the more risk you are at diseases. All right? If you're overweight, I'm not talking about obese. Overweight, you can have heart problems, blood pressure. So if you're obese, of course, you're going to go into cancer. All right? The BMI range is 25 to 29.9. That's overweight. Okay? 30 or above is obese. Some of us fall into this overweight category. Some of us think, let's wait until age 40 to do a blood test. Please don't wait. We lost one of our friends who was 38. So don't wait. When you're in your early 30s, start taking your blood test. So that's BMI and waist to hip ratio. So nutrients. We all know about nutrients, right? Okay. Who can tell me what nutrients you know about? Huh? Oh, macronutrients, micronutrients. Wow. Okay, so we'll come to you a little later. Yes. It's an energy from food. Very good. But there are 6 essential nutrients.
Protein.
Very good. Proteins, carbs, fats, vitamins, minerals, and
Fiber.
Potassium.
oh, fiber. Oh, I'm coming. And water. Nowhere in the science did they say Gatorade, soda, water. You got it? So those are the 60. I know we all learned about this. We all know what nutrients are. Have you heard about this term called antioxidants?
Yeah.
Yeah? Who can tell me what is that?
There are free radicals that get created in our body, which are required to be oxidized so that it doesn't damage our body cells.
Who else knew about it? Antioxidants. So let me give you an example. I take a piece of paper and I burn. That paper is white. Because of the fire, what happens to the paper?
Ashes.
Sorry, the paper burns. It becomes into ash. Now for burning, it requires oxygen, right?
Yes.
So now we breathe in oxygen. So when we breathe in oxygen in the inner cells, what happens is the body is getting older and older. It's burning. As it gets burnt, free radicals come in. Now, do you want your body to become old? No, you don't want that. So, you eat food that is rich in antioxidants. So what does it do? It's antioxidants. Whatever the process of oxygenation, whatever damage is done by the oxygen inside the body, it prevents or protects the body against it. So those are antioxidants. We never learn about them under nutrients. Okay? Now, foods rich in antioxidants, who can tell me what they are?
Berries. All berries.
blueberry, strawberry, anything that's red, orange, purple. They're all rich in antioxidants, and they all prevent against
Indian food series.
the big C word. Yes, cancer. Have you heard about phytonutrients? Yeah, I'm gonna. He came and gave me his snacks. It was all organic. Okay, so I'm gonna. Okay, so what is phytonutrients? Phytochemicals. Sorry. Have you heard about phytochemicals? Again, they are found in plants. The more plant-based we eat, the better off we are, because they have all the they can fight the cancer. There's no cure for cancer, right? Not yet. But if you know whatever you eat can prevent cancer, why not do it? So look for foods with plenty of antioxidants and phytochemicals. Now let's go to my plate. So Michelle Obama, I think as soon as she took her power, earlier it used to be the food pyramid. When we learned, it was all a food pyramid. They changed the food pyramid to my plate. So can you tell me what is my plate, dear? Go ahead. Yeah.
Dairy, fruit, vegetables,
Very good. So the dairy is on the side. If you look in the chart, they divide the plate into half. Now, fruits. 1/4 of your plate should be fruits. 1/4 of your plate should be vegetables. Your protein, and this is grains. Now, this is what she introduced. But Indians, look at our plate, right? Do we see any fruits or vegetables? No, we just had lunch. All we had was the grains, majority grains. So when you eat in the future, look for this. Now let's look at grains. Who can tell me examples of grains? Yeah, go ahead. Rice, wheat, barley,
Millet.
millet, all these are examples of grains. Now what happens is, the industry has processed these foods. The white rice that we eat. So let's say this is the white rice. If you dissect a rice, you have something called a germ. And this is the endosperm. So what happens is, the outer covering is actually the bran. All the white rice that we eat, the basmati rice, the lal kila rice that we eat, the bran is removed. The bran is actually more nutritious. So basically what you're eating, the white rice that we all eat, has no nutrients in it. Everything is removed. Are we with me? Yes? Yeah. So, someone had a cookie. Can you read what is the first ingredient on that cookie sheet, please? Unbleached, enriched flour. Okay, thank you. Enriched flour. What is this enriched? Can someone tell me? Not you. I don't know if you did your research. Who can tell me what is the meaning of the word enriched? Polished? What are they polishing?
Take the, I don't know English, but somebody calls it umi.
Oh, they take the umi. So they remove the husk. Okay, alright. Anyone else?
So enriched means they take out the outer part so that it becomes concentrated in the carbohydrates.
Okay.
The inner part, so they enrich it by taking out the extra.
Okay, they take out. We all know bran has a lot of nutrients. So when they remove the nutrients, what are we left with? Very little. Okay? This is an example of what enriched is. Alright? let's say we have an imaginary person right here, and it's freezing cold. I'm gonna say, that's okay, take your jacket off. Oh, well, that's okay, we have this shelter covering us. And then what's gonna happen is, I'm gonna, little by little, remove all his clothing. Now, how is the person feeling? Cold. Now, apart from that person being cold, I'm actually gonna remove his blood out of him. So what is he now? Half dead.
Dead.
That is enriched to you, my friends. That is enriched because what they do is they remove all the nutrients. The industry feels, oh my God, let me enrich it. So chemically they add some chemicals to it.
Why they do?
Nothing is in nature, nothing is natural. So they add. They don't want to feel so guilty for removing it. So they add. So if you see the word enriched, what does it mean? Garbage food. No nutrition naturally. They are actually adding the chemicals. That is the word enriched. So when you are buying food, what should you look for?
So
Whole
why?
grain.
Whole grain. So you're going to look for whole grain. Not just whole grain. It should say 100% whole grain. Are you with me? Because whole grain can be whole grain. It will not be only when it says 100%. You have the full benefits of it. You had a question.
Yeah, why they are doing it? Like, why they have to do it? Because instead of getting the whole grain, why they have to process it and get it? What benefit
That's
they are
the
getting?
industry.
Okay.
All our Parle G, all our biscuits, Mari biscuits, go look. Enriched flour. Learn to read the label. Okay? So that's with grains. You know, whatever your grandma ate in the village, that is the best food possible. Okay? If you want to say, oh, I'm eating toast. Toast, unless it's 100% whole wheat, you're toast. Alright? Any questions about grains? Parota. Parota salna. Okay? Good. Well, how do you make parota? How do you make parota?
Take
Maida. You know what is maida? Another name for maida?
Enriched flour.
Enriched all-purpose flour, which is again garbage. So parota is garbage. Not only is parota garbage, let me tell you. Have you seen how they make parota? Bichu parota? What do they add in there?
oil, salt,
Oil. What oil
water.
do they add?
Palm oil.
Palm oil. What is palm oil? I'll come to palm oil when we talk about oils. You see here, there is no oil here in the my plate. We'll come to that. So remember palm oil. So any questions about grains?
Can I add answer to his question?
Sure.
So they enrich the flour for two reasons. One is for our taste bud, and other is all the nutrients they take out, they sell it out, and they give the garbage, still make money.
There you go. So the word enriched, please don't buy anymore.
How about the oatmeal, oats and everything? Where does
Okay,
that one come?
oatmeal. 100% whole wheat or 100% oatmeal is good. Okay? But I'll come to that soon.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So the next topic is protein. What type of protein do we eat?
Chicken, egg,
Eggs,
almonds,
almonds, okay, lentils, okay, beef, milk will actually go under dairy, okay. So all these are protein. Now, how do we make our protein? Chicken 65, deep fry in oil, yeah. Who makes chicken 65?
my wife.
Yeah? Who makes chicken? All right. Have you looked at the package in which you add your masala? Yeah? Why is chicken 65 red? Why is tandoori chicken red?
Food color.
They add food coloring.
That's
Now, if you buy M&Ms, if you look in the package, it'll say red 40. Can someone use your phone and see the side effects of red 40? Huh? Cancer? You sure? So you are giving your children cancer? When you buy M&Ms, you're giving them cancer? Okay. What else? So that is chicken 65. Have you heard about yellow? 5 and 6. Kesari powder. They all have food coloring. Blue 1, 2. All these are food colorings. Blue 1, 2, actually they make blue jeans out of it.
Oh.
That is added to blue food, including cake icing. Okay, including cake icing, they add food coloring. And all that causes cancer, folks. How many of you knew about the food coloring before? Not bad. So have you avoided? Have you avoided the food coloring?
No.
You avoided it? Awesome, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Okay, so frying in oil. We all fry in oil. How many pounds of oil do we use for a month? Women, that's your question. Anyone know?
Come on.
2 pounds. Okay, anyone else? Little bit more, 3 pounds. Okay. Okay, what oil do we buy?
Peanut oil,
Okay, good.
olive oil, crude oil.
Olive, peanut, yeah, then finally crude oil. That's called refined oil.
Okay,
Gingerly
peanut,
oil.
what else?
Gingerly oil.
Canola, vegetable.
Canola, vegetable, olive.
Okay.
Oil, ஊத்தக்கூடாது.
Alright. So, we'll start with olive oil. How many of you fry with olive oil? Okay, olive oil is supposed to be eaten raw.
நான் peanut oil.
So, if you use olive oil for frying, you lose the benefits of olive
Olive
oil.
oil.
So, olive oil is only for salad.
Seasoning.
You have to get the EVOO, extra virgin olive oil. That's only for salads. Omelette, once you heat olive oil, it loses the good property. So olive oil has to be eaten raw on your
We use
salads.
peanut oil.
Okay, so that's with olive oil. Vegetable oil. Which vegetable gives oil? Huh?
Sunflower.
Broccoli gives you oil? Sunflower, that's separately sunflower oil, right?
That's a crude oil. Actually.
Okay, so when they sell vegetable oil, we have to really do our research. Where are they getting this vegetable oil from? Okay, again, canola oil. Canola oil is genetically modified. You're not getting the natural benefit of canola. Sesame oil is a good oil. Okay, coconut oil, really?
Best.
Who uses coconut oil? I do too. It's one of the best oils. Okay? I use it for
Eating.
Yeah, I use it for cooking. Now earlier
use it for my
coconut
hair.
oil had a big bad rap. Oh, it's bad for the heart. But actually, the medium short fatty acids in coconut oil is very good for us. So if you have to use it for frying, use coconut oil. Peanut oil, the unrefined one is good. Oh, Indian snacks. No one got Indian snacks? What are some of the brands of Indian snacks you eat?
Anand.
Lila.
Anand.
Brand.
Anand brand. Swag.
Daily Delights. Swad.
MTR. MTR.
Yeah, I'm coming to Grand Sweets.
MTR.
MTR. Huh? Okay.
இதுக்கு மட்டும் எல்லாரும் பேசுறாங்க.
Some of the brands I've noticed, let's say you're eating murukku, it will say hydrogenated.
Yeah, hydrogenated oil.
Hydrogenated oil. Do you know what that is? They add to oil that's liquid, they add hydrogen. When hydrogen passes to liquid oil, it changes into solid. Solid fat is bad for the body, bad for the heart. So if you see the word hydrogenated palm oil is also solid. The one exception for fat being solid at room temperature is coconut. But every other fat that is solid at room temperature is bad for the body, especially if it says hydrogenated. So when you buy your snacks, I want you to look out for this word, hydrogenated. If it says hydrogenated, don't buy. You buy Grand Sweets? Have you looked at the ingredients? What oil do they use?
I think so. They use the hydrogenated oil.
Ghee.
They use peanut oil,
Peanut.
which is better. If you want to eat a snack, I'm not promoting any product here, which is better than the hydrogenated oil.
Grand Sweets.
So, men, you go shopping. My husband here, oh Parle Ji, I want this biscuit. Okay? And that is
Brother,
why I wanted him here. I wanted
Steve
him here
Akano.
because men don't read labels. Yes. Yeah, Banaspati is nothing but dalda, or here they call it as Crisco. Shortening.
Shortening.
We have different brands, but it's called shortening here. Dalda is called shortening. Dalda is the worst. They actually make parota with dalda. Okay?
But if you get sweets from Adiyar Anand Bhavan and Sri Krishna sweets, they are made of pure ghee. That's what they are doing.
Ghee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ghee sweet.
So can we eat that or not?
Ghee?
Yeah.
Is ghee really good?
Yes.
Yeah. It's
is
actually
good.
supposed to be very good.
Very good. Yeah.
Ghee is supposed to be good. So if you want, you can add ghee to your sambar rice and eat. If the rice is made from whole brown rice. If you're eating white rice, as I said, has no nutrients. So if you want to eat rice, eat brown rice. Or quinoa. Actually, people make biryani with quinoa. Okay? You make with quinoa? You make with quinoa?
Yeah.
You make biryani with quinoa?
No.
Okay, good. So here you go. You can ask them a recipe. Okay, so if you want to make brown rice, sambar, and then eat with nahi, go ahead. So now let's go to fruits.
So the conclusion
okay, here we
is
talk about. Okay. Any questions on oils, folks?
What about rice bran oil? What is rice bran?
Rice bran oil? I do not know. I do not know. I don't use it, so I didn't do my research.
How about the gingerly oil?
Ginger oil is good.
Okay.
Rice bran oil is actually a healthy oil, which they make it out of the bran.
Okay. Okay.
Considered
More nutritious. Okay, thank you.
But do rice bran has the oil content?
yeah, it does. It has all the essential oils in the
Coconut is good. Yes. No, peanut is okay too, but I use coconut.
Yeah. Actually, there was a lot of controversial about the coconut oil.
Coconut oil, yes,
Few
yes.
years back.
But latest news is that it is good for health.
Very good, yes.
So which oil should we avoid? Like, do you think the
Avoid
canola and the
Canola,
vegetable?
vegetable. Try to
Okay.
go with more authentic sources. You know coconut oil is from coconut. You know sesame oil is from sesame.
Sunflower oil.
Sunflower oil is from sunflower. So if you know the source,
But if it
get
is refined, then you have to think of it.
okay. We all like fried chicken, right?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
How many of you fry our chickens? We all do. Another alternative for frying, because as I said, I love appalam and I like fried food. My other alternative is to broil food. Broil. Has anyone here tried broiling? Okay. Okay, so what is broil? In your oven, there is a
bake it.
setting all the way on the top. It actually cooks at 500 degrees. So I make turkey meatballs every week. I make chicken, like chicken 65 thing, every week. And I broil it. When you broil it, What are the benefits of broiling? Can you tell me, since you're doing it?
Less oil.
It's quick. The fat comes out. No oil or less oil is needed. So if you're buying 3 pounds of oil, right? You don't have to use the 3 pounds of oil in a month. Right? There's less oil or no oil used. So I broil. So you can give that option if you want crispy food. You can make chicken 65, anything with broiling. Alright? Let's go with fruits. Some fruits have more sugar than other. Can you give me examples of fruits with more sugar?
Jackfruit.
Grapes.
Mango.
Jackfruit.
Jackfruit. Alright. And some have less sugars. So if you have diabetes and you want to go with less sugary foods, apples, pears, some of them, you have to Google and find out. Now there's something called organic.
Yep.
I'm going to pick your brain. What is organic? Why did you go organic for your family?
It's a relative term.
Okay.
First, I want to make the point. It's a relative term. When we say organic, it's a relative term.
Okay.
So there is organic certified and organic.
Okay.
Certified is totally different,
Okay.
and most of the things we don't get it. When it says certified, at least around 10 to 15 miles, they don't have any inorganic decomposition happening.
Okay.
That's when it becomes a certified organic farm. And whatever we get, we say organic, it is allowed 5%. As per USDA, it is allowed 5% of fertilizers and pesticides,
Okay.
which is better than what we get other than that. That's why.
Okay.
That's why I went organic.
So organic versus conventional. Okay? So organic, as he said, pesticides. Have we ever seen such big green peppers in India? We all come from India, right? When we were little or even before you got married. Have you ever seen such huge green peppers in India? Kodamalaga, they're all small. How come here in the US, it's all big?
GMO. Modified.
They're genetically modified. So, when you genetically modify, whatever characteristics from the original changes. You do not get the benefit what was intended for. Alright? Now, as he said, organic, very less or no pesticides. Okay? Why are we so bothered about pesticides? We don't want insects eating our fruits and vegetables. That is why the farmers, they throw pesticides into our fruits and vegetables. Do you know how pesticides are thrown here in the US? In a helicopter or a plane? It flies low, it throws the pesticides. How is it done in India? The
Someone
guy
spray,
goes around
spray
spraying.
it. Yep.
Yeah. So what happens is the farmer pays a lot of money for these pesticides. When he pays a lot of money, do you think one rain or two rains is going to destroy the pesticides? No. So pesticides are very strong chemicals that do not wash off. They do not wash off even when you try and wash it. So that is why people try and go organic. What's the big deal of pesticides? You know what are the things pesticides cause us? Women. Heard about fibroids? It's all because of these pesticides. The pesticides that are in fruits and vegetables causes a lot of damage to our body. Alright? So if you can, try and go organic. Conventional, try to avoid as much as possible. There is, if you Google, you have dirty vegetables and fruits. There's a list, dirty vegetables and dirty fruits. They say those dirty vegetables and fruits, you have to go organic. If you eat a skin of a fruit, strawberry, blueberry, apple, pear, go organic. Banana, you're not eating the skin, eat conventional. Oranges, you're not eating the skin, go conventional. So if you're eating a skin of a fruit or a vegetable, go organic. Alright, so Google and find out about dirty dozen and dirty fruits, okay? Dirty fruits and vegetables. Any questions with fruits and vegetables?
I haven't seen any grapes with organic.
Organic grape? Oh, there is. It's
There
only
is?
seasonal.
Yeah, it's
Whole
only
foods.
seasonal.
Whole foods.
But isn't organic also kind of marketing strategy? How to trust it? Like they are.
I don't know. I've been trying to contact USDA organic.
So that's why I said organic is a relative term, and even the certified is different from organic. So organic, it is allowed to have 5% of pesticides and fertilizers. So that's what USDA says. You can go in and see USDA.org.
So that's it. Dairy. Dairy. What type of food are we? Milk are we drinking? Organic. Whole milk.
Whole milk.
2%.
Whole milk.
Okay. Because milk has hormones. The regular milk has growth hormones. It can affect our children.
Exactly.
So start with at least milk for children being organic. All right. So that's dairy. We know about cheeses and everything that go under dairy. We talked about GMO, non-GMO. One of the things that I saw, the chips packet. It says, yeah, there you go.
Which apple?
The chips, it says non-GMO verified. Potato is one of the dirty vegetables. So if you buy in potato, you have to go organic because it's so genetically modified that it does not give any benefit. Actually, chips, can someone have a phone and Google chips and cancer? Potato chips actually causes cancer because of all the chemicals they add to preserve it. So try and avoid potato chips as much as possible. Any questions, folks? I go organic? It depends. Because again, talking about chicken, do you know the life of a chicken? Okay, from being a chick to a full-grown hen, it takes 90 days. Farmers do not want to wait 90 days. So what they do is, in such a big room, they have about 10,000 chicks. A regular hen, in its lifetime, 45 days, moves only 1 square foot. In its entire life, moves only 1 square foot. Whereas free-range organic chickens, they walk around, like we have seen in our villages, they walk around, they go peck and eat their grains or their worms. But if you buy the conventional ones, they only move 1 square foot. And they give hormones, so instead of waiting for 90 days, the chicken is ready to be eaten in 45 days. The chicken grows so fat that the bones don't have the strength to hold them. They actually fall and a lot of them die. So we really have to watch what we eat. I'm not proposing here to eat. You have to do